I got a special surprise for you. So we've got a guest speaker. Well, actually, we've got a guest channel doing an activation for you all today. It's very exciting. When just to give you woohoo, I know. When I was speaking at Freedom Fest, I met a really awesome, super freaking like beautiful soul with a very unique gift. His name is Glynn Thomas, and his light language literally sings the song that has your soul essence, your soul signature essence fully anchor into your body, into all the layers, and then grounds you so beautifully onto the planet. And I really wanted to share him with you. And so at Freedom Fest, I asked him, hey, would you be willing to come and share your gifts with my peoples? Because they need to know about you. And he said yes. And then recently we connected and yeah, we organized this for you. So pretty soon at 11:11, Glynn is going to jump on. He requested to start at 11:11. So I said, yes, I will warm the stage up before he jumps on. And I love Glynn, said Julia, awesome. And so, yeah, so he gifted all the speakers a session with him before we were to go on stage. And excuse me. And so, yeah, there I am. I'm standing in my hotel room, and Glynn is doing his thing, and he's just getting me to connect, and he's beautifully, sharing his gorgeous coded light language. And I could feel like I'm quite a grounded person. I don't actually find it challenging to anchor and ground into the physical planes. Yet, man, I was like, oh, I could feel so much more presence. I could feel like this deeper presence of my soul. It was like all of a sudden I could see clearer, hear clearer, think clearer, taste clearer, smell clearer. It's like this expanded sensory experience that was so grounded, so solid, so present. And I was like, man, I know I've got some amazing clients who are super galactic and find it sometimes a bit of a challenge too, to be grounded on this physical plane of existence. And so even if you don't have troubles, like, you're going to love this beautiful man's gift. And as I was standing there, I had a couple of sessions with him, and I was actually tuning into the frequency of his coding, and it's such a beautiful high frequency. And as you guys know, I'd never share anything with you unless it was, super banana balls awesome. So I can feel it, right, Pippa? Sounds incredible. And so, yeah, so shortly at 11:11, I'm going to take Glynn off mute and get him to, take the stage and share his gift with you. And so, yeah, I was tuning in my session, and I was like feeling into the frequencies of his soul, and like his actual soul frequency is so beautiful. His soul is so advanced and so grounded in higher planes and higher dimensions of existence, and he's just such a beautiful, light worker on the planet. And I'm excited to hear from you after this, what you feel after receiving this, because I know like you guys are so tuned in, tapped in, that you'll be able to feel just the high frequency beautifulness of his light language song that does this amazingness. And I really do feel like his work is so important because, we are evolving, and the planet Earth is raising its frequency. Right now, we're getting massive upgrades, full DNA recoding. Like, there's so much happening behind the scenes. And what I love about Glynn's work is the ability to be able to ground and anchor into, and be really present here. Some beautiful advanced beings find it, like I said, challenging, and some people in this phase of evolution can also get a bit lost in their crown chakra and lost a little bit and not want to come out of the quantum. so I know that this will serve. And so he's going to do this beautiful transmission for you. Please receive. And of course, we're recording this, so it is a part of your toolkit. And then for any of you who know that this is an area inside of your own evolution that you personally feel has been a challenge, I really do recommend you consider having him on your team, because yeah, like there's nothing like when we're evolving, it's important to anchor the newer frequencies into our body, into our physicality and these planes. Otherwise we're not fully integrated in the uploads, the evolution, the upgrades that we're receiving. It's not until the new coding fully, anchors into every field, the light bodies, and of course, this, this physical version of us, that we have access to the full codex, the full coding. And I know that this will be such a powerful thing to add to your own toolkits. I also found that through this work, I felt a stronger, streamlined connection to my channel. There was just like subtle differences. So I can't wait to hear from you after this. I can't wait for you guys to let me know what your experiences are of this amazing gift. And of course, sending him lots of love, because he is volunteering his time today. He's doing this as a gift for all of you. And yeah, just like really want to send him lots of beautiful love. Exciting, yay, amazing, yay. Everyone's yay, yay, amazing, so appreciative, thank you. Lots of love, yay, 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 yay. And so before I welcome Glynn on stage, I just love you all too. Simply place your right hand over your heart space and your left hand over your right. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths into our mind and our heart field at the same time, in order to have them sync up and beautifully in rapport, co-creating together. Yeah, so taking a deep breath into your mind and your heart at the same time. And breathe out. And again. Please keep breathing into your heart and into your mind at the same time. Shoo da 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 da, shoo 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 shoo. Shoo da 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 da, shoo 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 shoo. Shoo 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 shoo. Shoo 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 shoo. Shoo 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 shoo. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know, how have you been going with your heart activations? How have you been going with the home play from the last couple of frequency shifts? Really tuning in. And even right now, let's activate our 3 beautiful triangles, the one in our heart, the one in beautiful Gaia, and the one in the heart of the galaxy. Tuning into all 3 triangles right now. Breathing into all 3 triangles in our heart, in the heart of the planet, in the heart of the galaxy, and in all 3 hearts at once. Let me know, how have you been going? Amazing heart opening, faster to get into coherence, loving the beams of love from the cosmos, doing every single day at least once, but often 2 to 3 times. Awesome. Yay, easier and easier, loving it, so good. The heart activations help so much. Yes, yes. And welcome to the stage, the one, the only Mr. Glynn Thomas. So, as I said in the intro, this man is going to give you some beautiful wisdom around full embodiment of your soul essence, and then take you through an amazing process. And then at the end of it, he has a really we've got a beautiful gift on top of this for you. So I think you're going to be pretty excited, but wait for it. We'll tell you about that later. So, Carissa, if you could take me off mute, and if I can,
Hey, well, thank you so much, Gaby. It's such a pleasure to be here, and really excited to be here. And I just really want to honor the space that you create, your tribe, and yeah, and the honor it is to be here for you all. I feel very honored getting a chance to meet you, Gaby, and just how much that you are living your truth and your frequency. It's really beautiful. So thank you so much. And I'm really looking forward to showing you all, taking you through a process that for me is like a really key fundamental piece about empowerment and authenticity and connecting to who we are and being in the world plane at the same time. And for me, one of the main things about this like grounding embodiment process I'll be taking you through is the fact that it gets to place you into the earth. And often what we're doing in our consciousness and our belief sets and how we're thinking, we're not quite fully synced up to that I'm really here in my body, activated and aligned. Like energetically, the body has to open up to receive that, but also in the way that we're thinking. If we're doing blame, or if we're doing lack of safety, if we're doing can't be fully authentic in my expression in the world with myself. And what I've found repeatedly with this technique is that it's really simple, and yet it's really profound. And the key for it really, it's about removing the blocks from disassociation from the power, from not being connected to who you really are, and the body. So if we're not fully anchored in the body, we're not connected to our presence. We're disassociated. And as soon as we're disassociated, we're disconnected from clarity, expression, truth, creativity, adaptability, safety, and soul, really. So if you are really used to traveling through dimensions, or you're very psychic, or you're very sensitive, like people are becoming more and more, everybody is really, when you can connect to your body, it's like an elixir. And for me, it's instead of using crystals or smudge or other techniques, I just use the connection to my body as a divine portal to find a place of release and peace and sanctuary. And I feel so many people, one of the things that we're craving on our journey is that sense of sanctuary and peace, that we get to find a place to come home to. And for me, when we get to open up the temple of the body energetically so it can hold our vibration, and when our vibration gets used to sitting in the body, it can be a real game changer for so many things. It has a domino effect in many, many areas of our life. And so I would like to take you through this process now. And speaking from my own experience, taking many people through this, please don't be at all alarmed or feel like unsafe if you start to feel something really intense. And what I mean by that is most people probably feel just peaceful, but you might start to feel very, very, very heavy to a degree you haven't felt before. And when you do that, you might feel like your multi-dimensional self is sort of merging with your physical self, or that your thoughts and feelings can become a bit physical. And it can be quite an altered state. And I want to assure you, having taken so many people throughout, thousands of people through this process, that it's always appropriate, it's always safe, and that please give yourself permission to really embrace the frequency and go for it, because I'll be here to support you afterwards. And you can PM me, or we can find a way to connect you back into why it was perfectly appropriate for you to experience that. And please know that 99.99% of all experiences, your experience will make more sense once you've gone through them. Having said that, please don't have any fear, because the majority of people just have a very great experience with this process. What I would recommend you to do is to sit or to stand. And standing is really ideal because what standing does is it puts your spine and your posture into alignment, and it anchors all of the weight into your feet. And that's really helpful for really calling your soul back into your body. Please be aware that you might feel dizzy. So if you do stand up, can you have a chair or a wall next to you that you can hold on to? And so that if you do feel dizzy, you can just pop your hand up. Occasionally people have fallen over, but most people are completely fine. So if you could just take a breath into your body and just notice how you feel right now. And if there's any part of you that wants to be like the hero right now, that is the active participant that makes this happen, that somehow you get to, or you need to be actively participating to make this work better, please just drop that thought away now and just let the energy come through to support you. There's nothing you need to do. So I might be singing or toning or speaking in sounds and light language. Heshio, heshio, hanshio, ho, sho, sho, sho. So I want to invite you now just to feel the weight of your body. And just to notice the incredible force of gravity, just how strong gravity actually is. Just notice how much that is pulling and squashing you down. Whoa, whoa, hey, yo, yo, whoa, hey, yo, day, day, bo, hey, yo. Hey, 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 ho. Shiado, Shidi dong didi and the show. And da 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 didi do. Didi 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 didi. And so, what Spirit's telling me, the invitation for you right now is to allow your beautiful imagination to imagine what it would be like to be fully spacious and comfortable and to be fully anchored in your awareness as the body. Not to be aware of the body. So when we're grounding and we feel the weight of our body and we're aware of that weight as something we're observing, it means it's kind of outside of us. Just imagine your awareness and the weight of your body being the same in the same space, same thing. So the weight of your body is just a part of your awareness. And that you get to be soft and spacious and fully expansive in the center of that weight. And if what I'm saying doesn't quite make full sense, please relax and know that sometimes it's not quite logical. Sometimes it's just more layered and quantum. You don't have to understand all of it. Now just notice how the frequency is really inviting you to just absorb your consciousness, your perception into the weight of your body. So if you're sitting, you'll feel most of the weight under your sit bones on your bum. And if you're standing, you'll feel most of the weight under your feet. Just see in your imagination if you can just drop all of your awareness into that most heavy place in your body right now. absorbing all of your frequency, your consciousness, your awareness into that sensation of weight, pressure. Eshio, Angeshio, Ishido, Ishidi, Ishido, Ishida, Ishidi, Ishidi, Ishido. And just allowing a little bit more playfulness and fluidity to stream into your imagination. And being a bit more playful and curious, letting your imagination really allowing you to really anchor and sink into the weight in your body. Bo de hey ho ho she hey hey oh she hey whoa ho I'm a hey hey oh. And the invitation for you right now is to really notice that gravity, the intensity of that magnetic pulling and pressure and density of gravity is an open invitation of sacred communion with your body and with the earth. It's an open, like a beacon, homing beacon. It's like a magnet that is allowing all of your frequency to home in to being really home in earth, in all of its beauty, in all of its duality, in all of its everything. And gravity is this never-ending invitation to be here now. Esho and sha da 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 dee 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 dee. Esho, 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 esho. And maybe if you're feeling any sort of sensations of intensity in any kind of a way, I would invite you to notice how comfortable and spacious it feels to be inside the body, to be in any sort of pressure or tension. And if you have any sort of symptom to do with recalibrating your nervous system, your emotional field, your consciousness field, the electrical field of your cellular consciousness, if you're feeling any type of symptom of like dizziness, light, heaviness, pressure, intensity, contraction, or any other symptom, assure shan share ko 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 ko. The invitation is really simple. Just to feel your feet, to feel your bum, and just to breathe into the sensation. I am breathing all of myself into all of my sensation. I am breathing all of myself into all of my sensation. I am breathing all of myself into all of my sensation. Bo. De. De da. De ro. De de. De de. De ro. De. Shama ham ham hi ho ho. Shaya ho hey ho. Shama ham hey ho ho. Shaya hey hey hey. And shoto indidi ungururururu and shididi ho yasho. And shididi ho shio ho shio. Shan shan shio shoko. In your beautiful unlimited imagination, I invite you to be aware of like this pure white scintillating light. It's a diamond of light above you, or more accurately, in the dimension of yourself, of who you really are. And just notice that this diamond is like a calling card or like a signature essence of who you really are, existing in the vibration of openness and expansion to be that, freely in impulse, thought, awareness, reaction, adaption, truth. Just notice this diamond and its brightness and its home. It's the energy of home. And notice that it's like energetically calling to you right here in the body. Its frequency is interacting and connecting to your body. And it's magnetically aligned to really evolving and dissolving any interference, restriction, or anything outside of the now time, anything to do with the past, anything to do with the future. It's dissolving any limitation on you being here now, and it's magnetically really wanting to arrive in your body. It's really want to embody itself and be you inside your body. And it's magnetically driving automatically with softness into the radiance and openness of your hips, your pelvis, your groin, your life force energy. And just be aware of the weight of your body, the physical sensation of weight, driving down, 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 inviting down this frequency, this beautiful light, this geometry into your body. You know how it feels when you haven't seen someone you really love for a while and you hold them in your arms and there's that, oh, so good, openness, embrace, reconnection. Just notice that this space within your hips has this hunger and this magnetic drive to really receive you in your divine light. And we're allowing that sort of like the way water may trickle down, the way that birds come home to roost in a tree, the way that a child comes home to a mother. And the affirmation is, I consciously choose and allow an alignment with my absolute truth and the divine free will that I have power and sovereignty to create my absolute highest truth. In all times, in all ways, I absolutely desire the alignment of myself with myself. I absolutely desire for my soul, for my frequency to be here now, to be with me, in me, as me, through the body, in the body, as the body, to really step into body-centered expansion. I choose to allow whatever's in my highest good to automatically evolve and synchronize with me right now. And if that's what's best for me, then I call my higher self frequency source connection to enliven, expand, awaken in my hips, in every cell of my body, in the spaces between the molecules in my body, in the spaces between the photons, in the spaces between the particles of light in my body. I welcome and anchor and center and align my truth, myself, my natural self. Sure. And I allow everything else to collapse, dissolve, evolve in the grace of source consciousness. I am who I am, where I am. I am who I really am, where I really am. I am a body of light, physical light particles, photons, and molecules, and cells, organs and bones, and adrenals, hormonal system, endocrine system. I am the spatial awareness of my physical self, my psychic self in the same space. Esho esho koko esho shin din 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 din. And in your imagination, give yourself permission to feel the invitation of gravity again, feeling the invitation that gravity is an invitation for you to be here now. For you to be here now. Nowhere else. Not 50%, 60%, 99%. There's a recollection in all of our Christ consciousness, collective Christ consciousness, that the gravity is the invitation for the 100% of us to be 100% aligned. That's why we're here. That's the game we're playing. 100% of me inside and aligned with 100% of me. That's why we're here. That's what we came here to do. To embrace the density, the contraction, everything. To be here inside of it, through it, and to be able to play in expansiveness within it. To be able to enliven, rejuvenate our bodies just by having our frequency inside our body. And if you're standing, I invite you to sit down if it feels better. And if you're sitting, I invite you to just feel into if it might be appropriate to stand up even for a couple of minutes. And regardless if you're sitting or standing, just really feeling the extreme weight of gravity. Can you imagine picking up the whole weight of your body off the floor? If it was in bags of sand, how heavy your body would be to lift off the floor. And just feel how much gravity, how much weight and power the gravity has in your body. So much weight pulling you down. So much weight anchoring and inviting your soul to be here. So much pressure. So much gravity. Just give yourself permission now just to let the gravity get really, really strong. And just see if you can find yourself letting go into the exchange of your body really wanting to open its arms and embrace you and your awareness, your frequency, and also the embrace of you, your frequency, your higher self, really wanting to embrace and be open and welcome to your body. inviting you to let go into that embrace, letting go. In the softness is my greatest strength. In my softness is my greatest strength. I can be fluid, unlimited, fully empowered, fully sovereign in all of my softness and gentleness and openness. When I am open to my body, I am open to the deep, deep, deep truth. There's nothing to be closed off to. There's nothing to push away. Everything is aligned and perfect. I'm creating and aligning myself with what is to create more of what is. I move away from discordance by being okay with everything, being connected to my soul, my body, myself, as an instrument of source consciousness, as a reflection of my divinity and the divinity of all of the people, all of the duality, all of the energy of earth. Softness and openness feels wholesome and natural, feels like me. Sho ocean gang 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 sho sho sho. He sho ko 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 shi e ko. And she di ang gang 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 sho sho. He shi ko gang gang gang. He shi ko ko shi ang 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 shi ko. Oh, mo, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh. Wow, ho, ho, ho. Shama, hey, hey, ho, ho. Shay, hey, 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 yo, ho. And just aligning all of your frequency with the beautiful softness and awareness that your sexual energy has always had purity and divinity, unconditional love, self-sourcing power and sovereignty at its core. That your sexual energy has always had purity, divinity, unconditional love, self-sourcing power and sovereignty in its essence and its expression and its natural self. Your sexual energy is just a part of the unconditional love of the universe, of source consciousness. And that it's okay and it's safe. It's so safe for you to connect to your body and allow love and compassion to anchor into your hips, and for allowing unconditional love of source to create miracles and softness in every cell of your body and every system of your expression, especially your sexual frequency, its divine joy and creativity and life force is your natural sovereign birthright to experience joy within. And so now the invitation is for you to visualize and anchor this diamond light into your hips. If it feels right, if it resonates, to really just choose a yes as a feeling. Feel into the homing beacon of your hips and the embrace of your self, really as like an expression that this divine template, this diamond of light, really aligns and feels so good in your hips, centered deeply in your base, so aligned, so soft, peaceful, and so energized and expansive, so capable, full sovereignty, full power, full truth, full connection. And just by breathing into your hips now, you can choose to really allow that to lock into place so that over time it just becomes stronger, more activated with ease and grace and flow. Just by breathing into your base, into your hips. Just notice. It's all done. It's all complete. It's all aligned. And if this diamond light can speak to you, it might say something like, I am the anchor of Christ consciousness, or my true consciousness, of source consciousness, and I belong right here. I am the power of my base, my hips, my sexual energy, my heart, my perception, my clarity. I'm the health and the vitality of my body as a reflection of myself. Ishuhu ishikama and shihishukuku kikiri unyiriruru chidididi shan shan shanam kuku e adidididi shru nidi han 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 hey kuku shidi ha 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 hey shiku. And so that process is now anchored. The process is complete. And I just want to invite you now to re-feel into the truth that the more I'm in my body, the safer I am. And that there's this process that we do in life. We get to choose to be in the body. We get to choose to allow every situation in life to create an initiation into the choice to come into the body. If I experience fear, intensity, stress, friction, tension, I can choose to be in my hips. I can choose to feel my body, come back to my body, and let go of the narrative, the critiquing, the projection of my mind. To come into the present moment by not needing to analyze or critique any sensation, and to be in the simplicity that as I breathe into the weight of my body, as I breathe into the sensation as only intensity, with zero regard for how to label that or frame it. I'm just breathing into my body and breathing into sensation. But in a way, that's a skill that life is constantly giving us the opportunity to learn by creating intensity, initiation, stress, and deaths in our life. Death of a relationship, a loved one, a job, a career, a possession, an object, part of our identity, whatever else. Now, the more you're anchored into your body, the safer you are, the clearer your consciousness is, the clearer your intuition, the more directed, the more on point you are. And it gets to be something that gets to be like a muscle that you energize and strengthen over time. So you get to notice if you're not in your body, and you get to notice how to automatically notice that, catch it, put yourself back in your body, and you start to naturally organize your awareness as more and more naturally inclined to be anchored into your body. If you have any kind of psychic sensitivity, you're going through any kind of intensity of processing, you're experiencing any kind of discomfort in any way, that just being in the body is safe and nourishing and it's home. And you can let go into the sensation and just feel the love of God, love of Source holding you in that. Just imagine that and the simplicity of that. And just breathe into your body, breathe into yourself, breathe into safety, softness, anchoring into you. Just taking nice, deep 3 breaths just to anchor, align, and clarify yourself so you're ready to be clear-headed, directive, and capable of clarity, purpose, creativity. This energy will keep running for days and weeks through your body. And if you just come back to this sensation, it will anchor and strengthen it. I've also created a meditation, especially for you guys, that touches base on this activation. It's 20 minutes, and it's just something that you can listen to anytime you want to. If you listen to it every day for a week, from today especially, it will really anchor and align this process in a deeper and deeper way for you. And I just want to thank you, Gaby, and all you beautiful souls for the opportunity to be here and share with you. And I can feel your heart spaces, and I can feel you're a beautiful bunch of people. It's been a real honor to be here with you all.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Glynn, you are just such a beautiful soul. I really just want to take a moment to honor you and thank you. And if you guys could please write into the comments all the beautiful things you'd like to share about this process, I can share them with Glynn. That would be awesome. And as they're coming through, so Glynn messaged me before this, and he recorded. There's a recording of an additional, like he just said to you, an additional activation to really ground. So I'm going to be sharing that link inside the group, and of course when we upload this video we'll also share that through into like the recordings. And on top of all of this, Glenn's also offered to gift the first 27 of you, because when I told him how many people we had here, first he's like, I'd like to give everyone in your tribe a 15-minute private activation with me, and that way they can really receive like more private coding to support them in, you know, unlocking more and really being able to be fully grounded in their soul essence. And of course, that way you guys can have a chat to see what else of Glenn's stuff can serve you if you know that this is work that's just vibing with you beautifully. And so he's like, I'd like to give your tribe a 15-minute private activation, which is what I had at Freedom Fest. And please don't get me wrong, the group activation's beautiful. There is additional coding, of course, additional, additional stuff that comes in the private session. And I'm like, okay, but there's a fair few people in the frequency Thrive tribe across my platforms. I'm like, you could have like 80 or so people booking in with you. And he's like, oh, so, so because he doesn't have, like a year to deliver on this bonus, the first 27 people that book in for this, I'm going to share the link, will receive it. If you're, I'm assuming you're going to make just 27 appointments. I don't know how this is going to be managed for you, Glynn. But look, basically, guys, there's 30 odd of you on the call right now. And you're obviously, because you're not watching the recording like everybody else, best in first served. And yeah, if you know that this resonates, if you know, especially like really calling out to those of you that know, grounding is something that you find to be a bit of a challenge, then take this opportunity. I'm going to read out some beautiful things to you now, Glynn. Thank you so much, Glynn. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Lots of love. So beautiful. Wow, that was amazing. Brilliant, Glynn. So beautifully and completely in. Thank you. Yes, yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Wow. So beautiful. I am who I am. The exact words came to me in my breath work this morning and tears were running down my cheeks. Thank you so much for this activation. So beautiful. Amazing. Deep and in tears again. Amazing. Amazing. So powerful. Yay. And that was very powerful. So yeah, the comments like this continue, which I think is really lovely. And guys, I'm now posting inside the group the bonus activation and the link to book in a private 15-minute activation with Glynn. So yeah, like I said, if this calls to you, please book in now, because the I have no idea how well. Look, if all of you book in, and yeah, there's 32 of you right now on the Zoom with us, 33. So yeah, good luck with that, Glynn.
It's going to be fun. It's going to flow. I know it will.
Like, you know what? If you all book in, I'll just let you have it. And so please do follow. I'll also share a link with Glynn's Facebook profile so you can follow him. He's about to launch a program where he's going to be taking people through regular, embodiment work to be anchoring, the next layers of frequency as we shift in. So do you want to talk a little bit about that, or you want to share a little bit about that program?
Yeah, I'd love to. Thank you.
Don't crap on for too long, because we've got limited time.
Keep it simple. Yeah, it's a simple program. It's basically, the essence is, what we just experienced was like getting our soul into our body, and the program is going to have 4 sessions a week, but it's designed to have, you can just do 1 session a week. You don't need to do more than 1 session.
So it's basically access to up to 4 sessions per week. Yeah.
Yep, group sessions. Yeah. And then there's going to be a container of change, which I only do in the programs or VIP clients. The container of change is, it's like a diluted, gentle energy session over the whole month. So this month, so Spirit will be with you in a more exaggerated way over that month. And what happens is it gets stronger over that period of time, and it gives you more safety to let go. And so it can really drop bigger pieces away as you come into your body more. And it's, because of the economic times we're in, we've shifted the model, and now it's just $200 a month, which is
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
For 4 sessions a week. Oof.
It's $4K a month to do that one-on-one.
Yeah, right.
So it's amazing, because you get the container and you get the Q&A and you get a masterclass as well. So.
Yeah. So guys, what he's also doing, if you feel called, obviously have a session with him and feel in. I really recommend you guys tuning in to, if you'd like to add Glynn to your evolution team. When I met him, I was like, yep, you're coming into my team, buddy. You're definitely a friggin' awesome light being to have on, just on my team. So if any of you would like to also have him on your team, I highly recommend him. And he's also going to offer whoever wants to give his group program a go, 50% off the first month, so you can give it a go. And yeah, so follow him on Facebook, PM him, please don't ask me questions about any of this. Please private message Glynn. I will post his profile up. If he send him a friend request, I'm sure that if he will accept it, especially if you send it to him today, because he'll be kind of assuming it's from this. And if he sees that you're connected to me, I'm sure he'll accept your friend request. So yes, Glynn, will you accept it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And once again, thank you so much. I love your mission on this planet. I love your beautiful, pure heart. You know, your dedication to be of highest service, and just really want to honor you and thank you so much for sharing this with my beautiful tribe. You know, they mean so much to me, and just they now all have this beautiful new coding in their field, and it makes me so happy. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Gaby. I could feel you calling me into your little family, so I was honored to be here, and yeah, honored to share with you.
Yay.
I love your light and I love your embodiment. So
thank you, beautiful. Yay.
Yay. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Mwah. And like I said, I'll share all that with you guys. I've shared that. I'll give you more stuff later. And now we've got a little bit of time left for quantum group coaching. So if you want to hang out for this part, you're welcome, but it means no more talking for you. Would you like to hang with us for a little bit while we...
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, awesome. All right. So you're going to have to like do the magic to not be the presenter anymore. I don't know how
I can do that.
Thank you. I'm going to upload some technology codes. Awesome. Thank you.